Sorry, my computer sometimes takes so long to go live. Okay, so hello and welcome, all my lovely stars. I'm Elowen of Elowen Writes. Doesn't look like we've had anybody new in the last day or so. So today I need to fix up my nails because they are starting to disintegrate. And then I'm going to try to draw my characters for Dear Dad because that was one of my goals this month. If you haven't already joined, there is a Discord that I'm going to put the link into the chat. It's always the last thing and I forget to do it. It also has the question of the day, so if you feel like answering the question of the day, you are very, very welcome to do so. And in fact, encouraged to do so. Because, you know, I'm always so curious what everyone's answers to the questions are. And then I also have my Patreon, which I update weekly, and my Snail Mail Club, which I update monthly. And then you can actually find my finished books over on Amazon, because I've got 4 of them. And then don't forget to follow if you like this kind of insanity. And then the question of the day is, what's the coolest sea creature? I am partial to octopi because they're cool. Hi, Mars. No, you can't come up here today. I'm doing stuff. Well, yeah, because they're cool, honestly. That's pretty much the entire reason right there. But also, I am a big fan of just, like, the extremophiles, like the itty-bitty extremophiles that live near, like, the various vents. I think they're cool. And then let's see, what else do I like? Mars, what else do I like? Sharks are cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with a beastie that has more or less remained unchanged for millions of years. I guess that goes for crocodiles too. And crocodiles might count because there are saltwater crocodiles. Sorry, I'm trying to put on music that felt a little loud. Mars, my love, you can't be crawling on me. No. I'm sorry, I can't have you crawling on the desk today. I'm tired, I'm grumpy, I don't want it. Normally, any other day I would be like, hell yeah, just crawl in my lap. But today is not that day, and tomorrow's not looking good either. Okay, let me see, what was it? It was 43 blacks. Don't go up there. But anyway, hello, welcome. Today's point of topic Today's topic of choice is, did you know that Moby Dick is actually, like, really gay? So, like, when I'm working at the makerspace for my shop, it gets, you know, boring, repetitive. So I'm looking for something to do, you know? Anything to help with the boredom, as it were. I should probably move it so you guys can at least see my drawing space. Oh no. Where did I put those? Seem to have lost my cotton rounds. Okay, so now I'm hunting around my desk in case you're curious what the noises are. Aha! Cotton rounds. Usually they live under my computer because I spend a lot of time doing this, actually. And do it just often enough, it's a pain in the butt to put them somewhere quote-unquote safe elsewhere. But yeah, as it turns out, Moby Dick is incredibly gay. Now, I'm not like doing this to like sensationalize it or to make fun of or anything that you might possibly be worried about me doing to a literature classic. Like, I went into this knowing that there were at least some gay jokes about it. I just didn't know why, you know? And then I started reading it. Actually, I'm gonna grab my notebook because I took notes. I took notes, y'all. Because I said, no one is ever going to believe me without receipts. So I'm not even a third of the way in. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a little bit in the way of notes. Just of anything interesting, stuff I want to research later, things that I'm curious about, but like is not explained in context of the book. So, it's perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. One of the first things that we say, or that the protagonist, Ishmael, says upon meeting Queequeg is, better to sleep with a sober cannibal than a drunken Christian. What? Okay, so that's weird. Whatever. It's the 1800s. We've already described Queequeg in so many fairly insulting manners, including calling him a pagan and a savage. Whatever. Okay, fine. We can sleep with a sober cannibal instead of a drunken Christian. Sure, why not? And then, after a little bit of not quite small talk, because they don't really speak the same language to start with, Ishmael wakes up in the morning to find Queequeg's arm thrown over him in a marital embrace, or very akin to a marital embrace. And it literally uses the word marital embrace and says that as though I were his wife, and like several other things like that. I didn't write it down because I was all like, okay, it's a fluke, whatever. It's a weird sentence, but whatever. And that's okay. It's gay. It's gay. It's weird to refer to your fellow man as handsome savage or whatever it is to that effect. Like, it's weird, but okay. We'll ignore it because it was the 1800s and people spoke about each other much more gaily. And they spoke about each other much more gaily than they do now. Manta rays are so cool. And I did take a few other notes, like for the record, this book is very gay. But I didn't originally go into it with a that's gay. I went into it with a book from the 1850s, long AF. The audiobook I'm listening to is just shy of 24 hours. Like, it is a long book, and it is a long audiobook. For additional reference, my friend Justin Marks just had his audiobook omnibus put out, and it's like 60 hours for 5 books. So this is it's not quite 60 hours for 5 books. It's 2 minutes shy. He loves telling people that. Okay, so I didn't go into it with like, oh yes, this is going to be so gay, I'm going to take notes on all of the gay nonsense. So I've also got stuff in here, like about how Queequeg brings his harpoon to the breakfast table, which he then uses to spear nearly raw breakfast steaks. But he does it coolly and genteel. To do it coolly is to do it genteelly. Which is a very interesting way to describe a man you've just described as a savage and a pagan like 4 times. But okay, whatever, sure. I can understand that and I can recognize that. And then we talk about the church he goes to. And first we talk about how all of the parishioners each parishioner sat apart as if each silent grief were insular and incommunicable. How dramatic, how poetic. You know, what a impressive and heart-wrenching way to capture the emotional feels. And then we cut back to how Queequeg is also in the church, and he can't read, at least he can't read English, so he doesn't look around the church very much. Or he doesn't seem to be feeling the religious fervor as much as he is just, like, interested in the other religions. Which they then actually, like, is explained by the fact that he's actually a prince. And he left his homeland to see if there was anything better going on in the white people's religion that he might bring home to improve his own people, because, again, he's a prince. I have never seen anything anywhere that references the fact that Queequeg is a prince. We also had an incredibly long amount of time when we first saw Queequeg describing how many tattoos he has and how they're all over his body. All over his body, like a beautiful quilt. So that was fun. But yeah, every time this man can, he goes back to his buddy Queequeg. And then they go back to the house and they're trying to communicate, and they don't fully communicate with each other because they don't fully speak the same language. But that's okay. You know, they're trying. The white man is trying. You know, that's a million miles better than probably everyone else poor Queequeg has had to deal with. But and I'm giggling because it's ridiculous. Two sentences I'm about to read for you, which made me go from, like, I was halfway through a message to Tabby. I was saying, hey, I think this book is a little bit gayer than I thought. And then this sentence was uttered, and I had to retract my statement and go, oh, this book is much gayer than I thought. And when our smoke was over, he pressed his forehead to mine, clasped me around the waist, and said that henceforth we were married. What? Meaning, in his country's dialect, we were bosom buddies. I don't think that's what he meant, Ishmael. I don't think he meant you were bush buddies. Bosom buddies. I think he meant you were married. If for no other reason, the fact that he, like, shares a bed with you until you guys get on a boat. Which is, like, weeks and several boats away before they, like, permanently get on a boat together. So, yeah, like, that's going on. And then there's some other interesting stuff, like, just interesting sentences that caught a hold of my, but, like, apparently you guys are married. Huh. Again, no one has ever mentioned this before. At least not to me, or where I could see it. He refused to spill the blood of the land, but had spilled gallons and gallons of Leviathan gore, which is just... That is a killer sentence. Like, I'm enjoying this. And then I also noted that Ishmael respects other religions though slightly mockingly, because, like, he does religious practices, like, he does his best to support Queequeg in his religious practices. And then it turns out that, again, it includes kissing? Like, buddy, I think you got married on accident. And you might just be, too much of a gay disaster to realize you got married on accident. I'm not even joking, too. I'm completely serious about this. This is not me at all. I'm using direct quotes from the books, for the record. Before anyone's like, no, it can't possibly be that gay. It's that gay. It's really that gay. Also, at one point, there's a lady who calls for a sign, and the sign, what she wants written on the sign is, no suicides permitted here, and no smoking in the parlor. On one sign, apparently. Also, just, like, an amazing line, which followed a paragraph talking about how, like, because whaling vessels spend so much time at sea, in between coming back to land, because it's like 3 to like 5 years at a time is average. They have like spare everything, spare ropes, spare rations, spare everything. Excuse me, everything you can think of. And then the last one is, hence the spare everything but captain, crew, and ship. That is such a killer line. I love it. Also, he at one point blatantly says that Native Americans provide the brain and the rest of the world provides the muscle for like the military and whaling ships and like everything. And then there's the fantastic part where I can only assume that Ishmael really likes a weird looking man. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick and I will expand on that thought. But yeah, so like we're going through this and we meet other people and it's really funny. You just have to assume that Ishmael is very gay and only really into dudes who are weird looking. Because he's like, yes, Flask, the second shipment. He looks like this and this and this. And his ruddy cheek and whatever. And then immediately cuts to. And then there's this guy who's a giant, coal black man with 6'5" and very delicate in his eating and very booming in his pride, and it makes a man feel small to be next to him. Except he said something more gay than that, but I didn't write it down because I was just like, oh my god. And then I did write the sentence, Ahab just threw his own pipe into the sea because it didn't spark joy anymore. Literally, he literally, I am not even joking, threw the lit pipe that he had in his mouth just seconds before into the ocean because smoking no longer brought him joy. Yeah, like just did it. And then they did something called cetology, which I think is the early study of whales, but I'm not entirely sure. So I plan to look it up later. Which resulted in me just having the word cetology ? Written down. And then also just like a killer line. Again, I'm really loving just like these one-liners from it. Like the book is so freaking long. Like 700 or something pages. And I am over here just enjoying so much of it. Like, I'm 6 hours into the 24-hour audiobook. And I have, like, sped it up. And I have paused and capitulated and considered and written down just anything and everything that spoke to me as I was writing. Or as I was reading. And it still took me 4.5 hours to listen to 6.5 hours of the audiobook. Now, for the record, I am greatly enjoying myself, and I have even laughed aloud at several points of this. Can you hear that it's changing my speech patterns a little bit? I literally only started listening to it today, and it's changing my speech patterns. So I'm greatly enjoying this book, which I really didn't expect to. Like, you guys, I don't remember if I regaled you with the tales of how frickin' boring the road was to read, because just, like, nothing happens. And basically everything I've heard about Moby Dick is that it is an incredibly long book, and no further details on it. Like, none. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a long read, but, you know, I've got a lot of bags to print for the shop. I'm going to be here for a while. I don't have Chloe, who is my coworker and my cousin, here to come in and hang out with me and to chatter with about inane teenage nonsense. Said with love. I love her and getting to talk about inane teenage nonsense because she has just like so many fun views about it. So like fully said with love, not with mocking at all. Because God, I remember what it was like to be 15, and there's basically no way I would go back to. I would do it again. What was I saying? Yeah, so incredibly gay nonsense all over the place. Oh, and at one point he's explaining why whales are not fish. Or, I'm sorry, whales are not mammals, even though they have warm blood and lungs, and no other of the giant fish do. Like, he very clearly says that some people call the whale a mammal, but I don't believe that is so. And then he proceeds to explain the reasons why whales are mammals and say, but I don't believe that's so. And then goes on with this absolutely insane explanation about whales. Which also, for the record, led to the banger line, I can't remember the exact words, because again, I was laughing too hard. I didn't think to run it back this time, though. It is known as this to the French and that to the Germans, and the megalocephalus of the long words. Like, just not even gonna call it Latin, just long words. Like, you know what? I love Ishmael. He's someone I would definitely invite over for dinner because you know he's got amazing stories. And he's going to say it in the most disaster gay story method available, really. Oh, and then the point I'm currently at is they have to keep watch a lot, and he specifically mentions how he goes in between his shift to keep watch. He'll specifically go to chat with Queequeg and whoever else might be off. Only Queequeg. We only care about Queequeg. Also, so many people have told me that Moby Dick is about grief, so every single thing that happens in the book is intended to extend the story, because it's about grief and about not letting it be over and all of that. And I thought there was going to be a dead wife. I think the dead wife might be Queequeg. God, this is a gorgeous color. It's lumpy as hell, but it's a gorgeous color. But yeah, Queequeg is a prince. When, how, whomst? I'm probably going to talk about this more as I listen to more of the book, and thus have more opinions on it. But I am greatly enjoying just being so shocked about how gay this book is, and the realization that Queequeg is probably the dead wife. And just, it's honestly enjoyable. I really went into it thinking it would not be. So yeah, I'm taking notes. I'm enjoying it. I've got stuff to research later. I've got... Oh, there's also a beautiful, beautiful section where he's explaining how noble it is to be on the whale hunting ships. And, like, how so many people look down on them, and specifically the liberals look down on them. And then he uses the fact that, like, whale watchers have found so many things as, like, oh, you should be proud of us, you know, we're anointing your kings and queens' heads. Because there's no way they're using olive oil in their anointing. And I'm like, aren't they though? But yeah, anyway, deeply enjoyable. Shockingly, very worth the read. Inspirational, one could even say. And if you catch me stealing any of the lines I've written down for my own later projects. Yes, you did. Call me out on it, because I will fully admit it, because I'm shockingly enjoying Moby Dick. And, like, I'll admit, a significant portion of what I know about Moby Dick I did learn from Futurama. But in my defense, Futurama is written by a bunch of, like, guys who were the smartest guy in the room in their college, and they just surrounded it with dumb jokes. Or should I say, jokes to the most common denominator. But, like, there's a lot of really smart stuff in there. But yeah, anyway, ask me questions about Moby Dick so I can continue to gush shockingly about Herman Melvin's incredible book about a gay whaler. Who's not aware he's gay, for the record. He doesn't think he's gay. Everyone else around him's going, But please ask me questions. I so desperately want to share my recently acquired knowledge about Moby Dick. Also, just an FYI, ad break is going to start soon. Also a little bit feeling the Heather's, I love my dead gay son. I love my gay prince, Queequeg. My cannibal prince, Queequeg. Probably eventually to be dead, cannibal prince, Queequeg. Also, do you guys like how I keep telling you and myself that I need to read/watch more sci-fi for inspiration for my sci-fi short stories in my club and my snail mail stuff, and then I keep reading not sci-fi? Also, painting my nails before drawing was probably a mistake, because I know how to write without fucking up my nails. But I really, really don't know how to draw without fucking up my nails. Which I guess is just a skill earned with time. But, yeah, we'll see. Also, I've drank so much water in the last 48 hours, you guys. You have no idea. Also, today's word of the day is torpor, which is just a really good word, See, this is my life, is I come in here and I talk about art and such, and I say, wow, isn't this amazing? And then I get distracted yet again. I'm really enjoying my word of the day app. Son of a bitch. Nope. I really should probably be more careful about looking through my stuff because I really genuinely have no idea. Like what I have saved to my computer. Especially somewhere where you guys can see it. Do you notice how I said that I had no idea what you guys might see and then I didn't actually remove it from the screen where you could see it? It is, in fact, shortly going to be art time. I'm pulling everything up now. And by that I mean getting references of my children so I can draw them easier. What, did you not like me pontificating about the gayness of Moby Dick? Because I'm sure I can pontificate even longer. I'm sure there's even more canon nonsense to back up my claims that Ishmael is incredibly gay and likes him a weird man. And then I think the Discord just crashed. Because I was going to use the references I have downloaded over there that won't crash my computer. So I might have to find alternate source. You can't go wrong with having a surprise info dump about Moby Dick. It's impossible. You can't go wrong with it. Mostly because Moby Dick is glorious. Oh shit! Wow, are we breaking this early in stream? That's kind of impressive, not gonna lie. Just want to talk about this historically gay man and his use of going out to sea to escape his life for like 3 years, falling in love with a prince of a series of islands you'll never find on a map, watching him die, and the entire book being a dead wife montage. Am I still alive? I mean, it looks like I'm still alive. Nothing is loaded correctly, so I'm gonna have to probably restart things. Blarg. This is what happens though, is I read books and I pontificate. And then I go, why doesn't anyone watch my stream? It's not like I'm doing anything weird, right? And then you guys inform me I am in fact doing something weird by, info dumping about my man Ishmael. Also just like minor technical difficulties going on here. Also, today's question of the day was definitely inspired by the fact that this man loves him a fish. Not a whale, a fish. Back then they called it literature. Exactly. See, the entire book is a dead wife montage. We just don't realize it. Said with love towards the dead. God, I love Queequeg. He's genuinely probably the best part of the book. Like, this man's just like, I need to shave today. Will I use a shaving implement? No, I'm gonna use the head of my harpoon that I use to murder whales. And everyone else just goes, yeah, that makes sense. Said with full love and affection towards the book. Because again, Queequeg's a prince. And quite possibly could just go back and be king of wherever he's from. And instead he's like, no, I will hunt whales and wed random white men. And bed random white men. Which, for the record, they do share a bed. For weeks. And, in fact, Queequeg trusts Ishmael enough that he actually asks Ishmael to find them the boat to go on, even though Ishmael has no experience being a whaler at all. Like, this is literally his first time ever doing whaling. And I guess he kills it. Mostly because they both seem to like the boat they land on, even though it's got Captain Ahab, and Ahab is, man, he's fucking shit up for everybody. Again, said with love, said with affection. Said with the fact that I can't believe this is all a dead wife montage for poor Queequeg, who is genuinely the coolest character. Even though he doesn't speak great English. At one point he just grabs a dude and just throws him literally onto his own feet, literally onto the guy's feet. And the guy goes and like squeals to the captain. The captain's all like, oh my god, you could have killed him. And Queequeg's like, no, I'm not here to kill small fry. I'm here to kill big fish. And I love that for them. Yeah, for real, I can't wait to go through all of my notes and, like, add them back in. or add them into like my collection. Oh, I like that. But you are a paintbrush, not a... Sorry, I said I was going to do art, and then I immediately got distracted. I feel like you can... I feel like you're secretly a paintbrush, too. Oh, it's a blending brush, too. At least I think it's a blending brush, too. Hold on. It's a little bit of blending brush. Neat. One of these days, I'm going to end up writing my own book that's mostly just fan fiction of Moby Dick, and I'm going to call it something else, and you're not going to realize it's fan fiction of Moby Dick until we get to the very end of the book, and I reveal the main character's name is just Queequeg. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to draw with tonight. Maybe this? Oh shit. You know, there's something incredibly attractive about a man who doesn't even speak your language, and he's just all like, yeah, I trust you enough to pick our boat. Or, I mean, technically his god says I trust you enough to pick our boat, but, you know, whatever, semantics. I think this one's technically a paintbrush as well. So I'll drop you over in the paintbrush section. I think you're in the wrong section. You should probably be under stamps. That is a very shapy pen. Okay, let's show you about 200 times smaller. That is pretty nice. So, for the record, I'm gonna try to draw the kids in just like more or less black and white, because I have not been experimenting with that a lot, even though that's the art style I'd really like to do for this project. He does have such a sharp tongue. Chin. pen is supposed to be. I think this pen is just black no matter what. Absolutely default pen. This one has a strong stabilizer. This is some kind of blending brush. I like this one. Oh my god. Gonna stick you somewhere else. You as well. And you. And also you. Should probably go through all my stuff more often. And this one feels really crunchy. Oh, it's because it is a little crunchy. Okay. I call that pencil style. I do like how it looks though. I feel like I'm just scribbling on the page for most of this. Oh, this one's a blender. I don't know, I feel like I should be just like giving up making stuff, but I don't want to. Like, I'm fully aware of the fact that I am procrastinating right now. I like this one. Now, this is an effect, but it's kind of a cool effect. Like, I'm sure my faces would look better if I actually, like, put more effort into drawing them. Like, instead of just, like, rushing through it, I actually tried. I consider that require admitting that it might not turn out perfect if I actually try. And I'm not ready to do that. Is the stream streaming? Is it not streaming? Oh shit, it's not streaming. Son of a bitch. There we go. There we go. Thanks for catching that. I hadn't even noticed it stopped streaming. Just over here. Great, now it just looked like I've been muttering to myself for who knows how long. What is in that? Is it supposed to be like a salt painting? I think so. I don't know, man. Can you see it now? I feel like I'm pretty sure I fixed it. Yeah, sorry about that. I've been futzing around with the children for... That sounds bad. I've been futzing around with finding a good pen to use to draw the children for a little while now, and I had no idea I wasn't streaming. Houston, we have a stream. Wonderful. I'm muttering to myself. I'm very good at muttering to myself. Have you noticed this? No input, all the mutter. And across the board, I'm drawing bad. But it's okay. It doesn't have to be good. We're not trying to make it good, we're trying to make it exist. Granted, I'm not trying to do either of those things right now, but... keep the hair poof. She worked real hard to get that poof. Now we've got to keep the poof. That looks cool. Hold on. Now it covers it. Shame. Yeah, like that. Recognize? Can you? I can't recognize any of them. That's not true. I can recognize them, but only because I drew them. Got my boy Jack, my girl Grace, my other girl Willow. Oh, cool. You can recognize Willow. Is it because of the poof? She does have a magnificent poof. Got them big old lips. Pinky eyebrows. Also got a big nose. This one's crunchy, but not in the way I like. 'Tis the poof. Yeah, the poof is very identifiable. I can't wait to do more with... Ooh, what the hell do I have here? I can't wait to do more with the characters and, like, give them, like, hairstyles and stuff that they can change up so they're not just the same character over and over and over again. Is this supposed to be like a world map? What am I looking at here? Fascinating. Anyway. This is cool. This belongs under stamps. Hello. Do I know how to make TCG cards? I mean, theoretically, yes. In practice, I've never done it. What is your question? What are you asking? Are you requesting assistance in designing one? Because if so, I will happily assist in coming up with stuff. If it's asking me to make you one, then I genuinely have like very little idea of what I'm able to do, but I'm willing to try. I don't know if I have the bandwidth right now to take a project on like that. Like, I'm curious about your ideas, like what your thought process is. I just don't know if I'll be able to like dedicate the time necessary to making all the art for a card game, you feel me? But I'd love to hear about it. If I didn't already have approximately 30 billion projects that I was working on, it would be slightly more likely. But even what I'm doing right now, this doodling of my characters, is in fact me working on a project, or rather avoiding working on starting my webcomic. Okay, this is not a blender at all. Gauche. No, I really don't know what gauche is. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Okay, what? So much chat just happened. Hold on. It's called Faction Quest, where it has 4 factions on the back of the card and an exclamation point in the middle, if that makes any sense. 30 billion project owe the laminates of the federal government. You should totally get... Sorry, I'm going to focus in on one thing at a time, because so many things just happened. Okay, yes, you should totally get Clip Studio. I'm loving it. I don't think they have it for super cheap on Humble Bundle anymore, but they do sales for it all the time, so keep an eye out. And I really enjoy it, and I think it's super useful. What are you talking about with 30 billion? And then Goo Wash. Okay, cool. I will accept Goo Wash. Show me amount of paint. That seems to have changed nothing. The version I got was, and it was like $200, and you're just locked into whatever version you have until your machine breaks, which is the struggle I'm going through. Just a joke, comparing your workload to the government. Oh. Yeah, and much like the government, I did this all to myself. Do I have to do this? No. Should I do this? Maybe. Am I doing it anyway? Yeah. Oh, this is cool. It has like background texture. I like that. Not useful right now, but I like it. Yeah, the 1 year subscription is good if you don't want to pay as much money, and you can put it on as many devices as you want, or as you have, or what have you. I just bought the year subscription because I only plan to use it on my one device. So I didn't need the option to go on a bunch of them. But see, now the biggest problem with that is I kind of regret it, in that I do want to be able to use it on other devices. If only so that I won't lose all of my art when my computer inevitably dies. This is supposed to be for hair, so it'd be like... Yeah? Oh, I see, so it closes. Okay. Leave that there for her. Yeah, I think my current Discord thing is like 160 projects, and that was like that's over a year old at this point, and I genuinely that's big. I genuinely don't even know how many projects I have anymore. Like, I should probably go through and like trim the ones that I'm not doing, or that I'm taking a break on, or that are on the back burner for the time being. What is that? What am I looking at here? What is this? No, for real, what am I looking at? I don't know what that is. Oh, this is purely Blender. You can go with the blenders. Be gone, texture blender. Oh. Soul blender. Ooh, make that one small. The last blender I had. This one? What is that? Okay. What was that one? So I was painting. Shit, where did I put it? Is it this one? Make it small. What is it? Maybe even smaller? Do your favorite sketchy looking line art. So like you use this one when you want it to look like a sketch. So like okay, well, I made her into a cryptid who looks like she's gonna murder you. So I don't think that's quite what you were intending me to do, but you know what? I dig it. I dig the vibe. She does look like she's gonna try to kill you. Now she looks like a cryptid, which I know she loves. So if you do it light, it just blends it. If you do it dark, it adds the color. Oh yeah, that's something that eats the marrow. Right? She's coming for you. She lives in your mirrors. I'm so sorry, Reese. I keep doing the terrible stuff to you. And then I turned Willow into a shrunken head. I think Liquify is the only one on there. Really don't spend enough time playing around with it. If they're nonsense. No, shit, wrong one. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty cool, actually. You do one pass, and then you do another pass, and then you do another pass. And it looks weirdly like a face. I don't know. Wore myself out being excited about Moby Dick. Although seriously, one of my favorite Futurama jokes was the "Let's go catch that Mobius stick," giant space whale. I'm gonna do an insane thing real quick. Hold on. Okay, what was I doing? I remember what I'm doing. I remember what I'm doing, I promise. And I swear I will tell you guys the results of what I'm doing momentarily. Books and literature. It'd probably be better go to N and then up to M. Huh. Not as many as I really thought there would be. Okay. For the record, there are 263 fanfictions of Moby Dick by Herman Melville on AO3. I'm sure there's more of them. I just appreciate that, like, literally the most recent one came out on the 1st, and for some reason it's Yuri. It's a lady on lady. And the oldest one is from 2005. Interesting. And it's the first 18 chapters of Moby Dick from Queequeg's point of view. Cool. This is genuinely hilarious. Oh! And it ships Ishmael and Queequeg. And so does the second. Hold on, let's see. We're gonna check the filters. It'll be easier if I check the filters. Okay, relationships. Yes, of the 263 fanfictions, the top 3 relationships in the fandom are Ishmael and Queequeg, 126, Captain Ahab and Starbuck, 39, and Starbuck and Mary Starbuck, aka his wife, 11. And for some reason, in the top 10 includes James T. Kirk and Spock, of which there are 3, and Aziraphale and Crowley from Good Omens with 3. This is... oh my god, this is so funny to me. This is so funny. I'm not saying I'm gonna read all of the Moby Dick fanfiction, but I'm not gonna read all of the Moby Dick fanfiction. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, I am not reading the Moby Dick fanfiction while I'm on stream. That can wait until after hours. I can't remember if I did my Duolingo today. I feel like I did. Because sorry, I'm all over the place today. Yes, I did do my Duolingo today. Ugh, my hands hurt. Everything hurts. Ugh. I feel like I've been stressed for days. It's just gonna be so long. It's just gonna be so long, and I already want to take a nap, y'all. Okay. Alright, I have one last child to draw. Let me draw Zunair, as he is... oh. Make that a little bigger. Oh, I didn't even draw her mouth. It's because it's a perfect creepy grin. And then he's got little poofs of hair all over the place. There we go. I've drawn my children. All of them. They're all there. At least the 6 of them that are in Dear Dad. I am going to redraw these, because I need to figure out how to draw them in like a sketchy style. Because the goal of Dear Dad is to do it entirely in a sketchy style, because the idea is that this poor kid only has pen and paper to work with. He doesn't have anything else. I should probably research doing ballpoint pen art. That would probably help. If anyone has any recommendations for that. Look, she's not gonna eat your marrow. She loves you. She's totally gonna eat your marrow. She's gonna steal your blood marrow. Eat your bones. She's going to love eating your marrow. Exactly. She doesn't even mind if you're still alive for it. How sweet. Yeah, hold on. We're just gonna give her a little. There we go. She's got little hard eyes because she loves you so much. I have drank 172 ounces of water today. More, I just haven't logged it. Okay, I have drank 196 ounces of water today. The fact that I haven't floated away is phenomenal and surprising. You have days where you just feel like you have too much hair. Like, I'm very excited to get a haircut in 2 weeks, but it's still like 2 weeks out. We're gonna experiment a little. We're gonna go up to Pinterest, and we're gonna go to my board where I have saved approximately 11 billion like poses and stuff. So they're not poses, they're not only poses. Actually, I probably should just go for poses and just do my best to draw the kids in various poses. I'm gonna have one of you I'm gonna have one of you pick a number for me, and that will be which way I draw my OCs. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Wrong one, wrong one. No, I said number. Michael's not even here today. We're drawing the children, not the adults. I did say I was going to draw the children. Where are my OCs? Got a couple OCs, but that's not quite what I'm looking for. I mean, I guess I can do couples. Most of these kids I can pair up any which way. Yeah. Not because they're shipped together, but because they're all friends and they can snuggle. And while you pick a number for me, I'm going to refill my water and run to the bathroom. So I will be right back. Okay. I have returned. Number 2. What is number 2? Oh, it's scarf sharing. Okay, that's adorable. Oh, that made it worse somehow. Okay, why did it... Okay, whatever. There we go. We're gonna leave the creepy eyes on their own layer. Who am I going to draw? And you know what? I will research how to draw with a ballpoint pen. I left my water over there. Okay, which two of the kids should I draw? Like, realistically, this is one where it could be any of them. Because it's cute, but, like, it could be any of them. Let's see. I feel like it might be funny to do it with Zunair and Reese. Because of all of them, they would just be the most amusing to see sharing a scarf. I have to drink one more 24-ounce thing of water, and I will have successfully drank the amount of water I'm supposed to drink today. And for the record, I'm not just chugging it. Square ass arms. And this dude's just like flexing his biceps. Nope, wrong person. Not what I was checking. Actually, I can probably just close that one for now. Oh no, they're leaning like way closer than I drew. What? I mean, they're sharing a scarf. They've got to be close, right? Hmm. There we go. That's how the arms make sense. This is like crooked. Shoulders are crooked here, and then it goes down. Hello, Corporal Bird. How are you doing? I'm doing my best to draw the one of the troublemakers and one of the guys who's actually usually not trouble. Cuddling. For better or worse. Because I wanted to experiment with a drawing style that's like mostly pen based, so kind of like what is it called? Like ballpoint pen drawings. Because I thought it would be fun. Now I just have to experiment a little bit more. Oh, cool. Hope you're having fun with your drawings. What are you working on? Or what's your goal for tonight? Ooh, perspective practice is good. I should definitely spend more time working on doodling. Also, hydrate, don't dehydrate. Right now it's mostly trying to figure out where the hell all of the limbs are. I don't know. I can't say for certain that I have any real process for drawing, except rough shape, cleaner shape, cleaner shape, cleaner shape. Oh hey, it's good enough. I'm hoping to eventually get better at drawing all of my babes, all of my children, so that I can do better art of all of them. For stuff like doing a webcomic, because I'm still not feeling super confident about it, but if I just practice drawing the people, sooner or later I'll get good enough at drawing them to just make them all the time. How about you? What's your process? To the point where I can draw my own stories and make a comic. Yeah, I feel like we talked about this previously. And I'm sure you even told me, like, what you wanted to work on. But sadly, I do not remember. And okay, we're done. I'm just making sketches now. Bonus drawing boxes and spheres for the general body shapes, adding anatomy, and then polishing it. That's a pretty good one. I think that sounds solid. I'm on the wrong layer. Alright, I think I'm gonna call that good enough. At least for now. Not my worst sketch, honestly. Again, that is mostly making it up as I went along. Anywho. Oh. Did you hear that? That's all of my bones cracking, like, all at the same time. It is genuinely kind of ridiculous how much my bones can crack. Okay. Alright, I don't think... Yeah, no new followers, nobody popping in. So then, all my lovely stars, thank you all for joining me. I'm gonna find someone to raid, then we'll move on for the evening. Alright, this person's drawing emotes, so that should be entertaining to watch. And they're a furry, so that should be even more entertaining to watch. But yes, thank you all my lovely stars who came in to hang out tonight. Hopefully you got a lot done yourself. You know, if you got to stick around for the mildly cursed version of Ricky, good for you. And if you didn't, oh well. Remember to join the Discord if you haven't already, and check out my Patreon for more short stories and other projects I'm working on. And, you know, Amazon for my books if you're interested in supporting me. Really, any and all support is super duper appreciated, and I super duper appreciate everyone who can help me out. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow night because I'm going to be doing the pre-release for the new Magic the Gathering set, which is Hobbit themed, and hopefully that goes well. And when I come back Saturday, I will be doing more art, and I'm sure I will have even more to tell you about Moby Dick and how gay it is. I can't wait to hear what you guys are working on and what you come up with in the meantime, and hopefully you have something new to share or progress to share when I come back on Saturday. And anyway, good luck, farewell, and thanks for all the fish. So